Raven. I go through my life, work my jobs, pay my bills, count pennies for food, and dream my dreams of hope. Raven comes to me and whispers about the magic of great mystery, of all that's not yet. The wonderful omen of Raven sends the message of another path, of another land, another time, another dream of hope. Life changes. I walk where I have not tread. I walk where love and hope pass on their journey of returning home. Raven tells me, you will experience more of the magic that's life. Your journey has earned you the right. My dreams of the past and future merge. I work my new job and live my truth. I give food to many. I live my new dream of hope. Control is illusion, but sometimes we need to be in illusion to get control. And that's from Elliot from Mr. Robot. This poem is by Robert Frost, and it's entitled After Apple Picking. My long two-pointed ladder's sticking through a tree toward heaven still, and there's a barrel that I didn't fill beside it, and there may be 2 or 3 apples I didn't pick upon some bough, but I am done with apple picking now. Essence of winter sleep is on the night, the scent of apples I'm drowsing off. I cannot rub the strangeness from the sight I got from looking through a pane of glass I skimmed this morning from the drinking trough and held it against a world of hoary grass. It melted, and I let it fall and break. But I was well upon my way to sleep before it fell, and I could tell what form my dreaming was about to take. Magnified apples appear and disappear, stem end and blossom end, and every fleck of russet showing clear. My instep arch not only keeps the ache, it keeps the pressure of a ladder round. I feel the ladder sway as the boughs bend, and I keep hearing from the cellar bin the rumbling sound of load on load of apples coming in. For I have had too much of apple picking. I'm overtired of the great harvest I myself desired. There were 10,000 fruit to touch, cherish in hand, lift down and not let fall. For all that struck the earth, no matter if not bruised or spiked with stubble, went surely to the cider apple heap as of no worth. One can see what will trouble this sleep of mine, whatever sleep it is. Were he gone, the woodchuck could say whether it's like his long sleep as I described it coming on, or just some human sleep. Hello everybody, and this week's writing website of the week is actually a YouTube channel. It's Jenna Morrissey's YouTube channel, and her name's spelled Jenna Morreci. And what can you find on her YouTube channel? You can find all sorts of videos. What is a critique partner? Videos for tips for writers. how to create a character profile, how to name your book characters, how to write an epic climax, plus many, many more fun and informative videos. On her YouTube channel, you can find videos that help story writers learn more of their craft. Jenna is a published writer of many books. If you have a problem with an aspect of writing stories, chances are you'll find a video with the solution on her YouTube channel. So swing over to Jenna Morrissey's YouTube channel, and thank you. Hello, everybody. And what I'm going to talk about, again, I'm going to talk about poetry and writing, mostly poetry, and how you can use poetry to communicate with. And I got this idea from my Twitter account. I'm a podcast bard over Twitter. You know, PODCASTBARD. When there was someone I follow is a haiku person who does haikus. You know, it's actually pretty cool. Haiku D2. You know, it's Haiku D2. It's awesome. I love the Star Wars reference. But what started me thinking about communicating with poetry and stuff like that, and I found that I actually do this, but what actually clicked for me was he put up a haiku, and I quoted that with another haiku having a conversation. His haiku over at Haiku D2: I do not fear death. I fear only that my rage will fade over time. And that was in a response to someone else, you know, an article or something I didn't really click on to find out what it was, but it was in response to that. So I responded to that haiku, but there is no death. Only in the forest there is both anger and love. So I responded to his haiku with another haiku, you know, having a conversation with poetry. It's kind of fun. Another idea that I did with that was a quote tweet from I quoted a tweet from Planetary Society at Explore Planets, and it was picture of the new Mars pictures, new Mars photographs coming in, and I quoted tweet, and this is what I said in that quote tweet. The universe's wonder is the great mystery that humans exist. You know, it's like kind of expanding in that. And another example I did, I responded to David Allen at GTD Guy. I even put a hashtag in there. Hashtag GTD. Everywhere. Cool, flow like water and wind. Intuition at its sublime glory. And if you know about GTD, you can also understand about that Twitter poetry. Yeah, you can understand about that Twitter poetry. Okay, now I also want to explain something. I believe I started it a while back. It was Twitter poetry, the hashtag Twitter poetry, and the T and the P are capitalized. And It's poetry in 140 characters or less. And when I had the idea of doing that way back when, I didn't quite think about, I was just thinking about doing poetry for Twitter, but I can also use I can also communicate with someone else or the world through that poetry, and I guess that's what poetry does anyway. So I'm just going to give you a couple examples of that, of my Twitter poetry, excuse me, that you can find over at my Twitter account, Podcast Bard. Hashtag Twitter Poetry. To say more in 140 than in many more. Another one, early morning fog, dawn does break, I understand. Another one that's entitled Life's Mystery, and the title is part of the poem. Life's mystery, the fog covers the scene, two worlds do meet, the seen and unseen. Another one, cycles continue, karma, until our lessons learned, past and future in an infinite loop. And the final one on that is on the writer's stage, imagination becomes stories to live by. So that's some more examples on how you can communicate with poetry. Okay, another way that you can communicate with poetry is by creating your own inspirational quotes. And by listening to quotes and try practicing making your own quotes, you can learn to make your own inspirational quotes. It's just pretty much taking an idea and communicating that one idea. And you can also communicate with somebody else using that, because it's a quote, obviously. Here are some examples. In the age of debt, there are no giants. Live your life like a poem with purpose, drive, and passion. In the age of science and exploration, we come face to face with angels. Stress is doing, don't do, let go, move to the next step. An argument is a partnership to find a new truth. We are always changing because we learn from our errors, focus, knowledge, wisdom. Forgiveness is more for the person wronged than the person who has committed the wrong. People become what people focus on. Me, I live an abundant universe. So hopefully you enjoyed these examples on how you can communicate with poetry. Twitter is an awesome way to do this, and it just adds a little extra something to Twitter, but you can use that in everyday conversations. I mean, if there's a quote that you created that you can live by, then do that, but it's just another way to have fun with words. And if you're a writer who writes short stories and novels, well, you can have one character, use quotes, create a quote that they would use. Okay? It's just another way of just giving a little bit more to the writing and just having fun creating. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. And of course, stay creative in the magic of life. And may the force be with you all. Thank you.